Okay, so I just saw The Batman, which came out today here in the UK. So, yeah, first of all, I'll just say flat out, this is going to be spoiler free as I can make it. And secondly, like, if you are a fan of any of the other Batman movies, then yes, you will enjoy this one. So, with that out of the way, but this is also probably definitely the best Batman film, probably since The Dark Knight, maybe Dark Knight Rises. But yeah, so this Batman movie, if I was to describe it, obviously it's like a gothic noir, like mystery thing. This one focuses a lot, very heavily on the mystery aspect, and there are multiple layers to that mystery, and multiple mysteries that all kind of intertwine with it. The whole thing isn't just like, oh, who is the regular kind of thing. I think the best way to describe this is if you've ever played the Batman Telltale games. It it seems, it's similar to those in that way, but I won't spoil it. But in terms of like detective aspect and stuff like that, it is more similar to stuff like that. Uh, yeah, and basically this film also looks really nice. I mean, Gotham City itself, it kind of looks like the Gotham City actually, from the Arkham games. Yeah, particularly bits of it look like Arkham Knight or Arkham City. It really does. So yeah, I think the look of this film, it really nails it down to it, and I think across the board in that as well, the acting is absolutely fantastic. So everyone, is giving top notch performances in this. In terms of the action, the fights that happen in that, there aren't that many actual fist fights actually Batman has in this film. There's not too many of them, but they are spread out. But they're done pretty well, and they're done to the point where most of the time you can see what is happening. Although there are some occasions where the camera just kind of pulls back and then zooms in a close ups. It does do that a few times, where it's a bit confusing. But overall, like I say, it is done pretty well, and the punches here do feel a lot harder as well. This film is rated 15 here in the UK, and I think in America it's PG-13. Now, I've noticed Americans tend to rate films that have more swearing in higher, whereas the UK rates films that have more violence in higher. So, yeah, that's probably why with the age ratings here. But to be honest, mm, this probably could have been a 12. This probably could have been a 12. It's probably, I'd say maybe probably the most violent Batman film to be released, but not by much. Like, compared to the Dark Knight trilogy, I would say, yeah, maybe slightly more, but not that much more. I think this one, if you enjoy, sort of a more gothic noir kind of mystery type things, you'll enjoy this one a lot more. If you're just looking for, you know, more of a standard superhero film, this is not it. But to be honest, I'm glad it's not it. It's much of a breath of fresh air. I mean, apart from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the Marvel movies have just kind of gone to a complete slog where they all just feel exactly the same as each other. They don't really feel any different or any special. This one does. This film feels very different to what's come before. Obviously, it's based on a lot of Batman comics. In fact, if you went to go see the film today, and I believe over the weekend, if you go to an Odeon cinema, you actually get a free comic. Although, don't be fooled by this cover. It's actually Batman The Long Halloween, issue 1, special edition. So, yeah, don't be fooled by that cover. But in terms of the film itself, yeah, it's hard to really talk about it without giving anything away. With it, I will say it feels kind of like more like episodes of a TV show when you're watching it, if you know what I mean. It feels like three episode, like hour-long episodes of a TV show with an overarching plot, because there are three, distinct acts and that. So, in fact, technically four. But yeah, this is a long one to sit through. But to be honest, although it was long, apart from the pain in my back I was getting from sitting in this seat in the cinema for 3 hours, like, this film's pacing is pretty good. At no point was I ever bored during the film. And that is a really good accomplishment for a 3 hour film. Well, 2 hours, 55 minutes, although, to be honest, you're sitting in there for at least half an hour for adverts and that as well, so yeah. But I will say, like, I pre-ordered the steelbook for this film before I even saw the film itself, and yeah, I don't regret it at all. I'm really looking forward to seeing this film again, and it's probably going to be somewhere in my top tiers, but for Batman films. But we'll see where it goes here, because it does leave off things for a sequel. So, yeah, which we already kind of knew about as well. That's kind of something you kind of just know going in. So, yeah, no mid-credit scene in this. I don't know if there was an after-credit scene. I didn't feel like waiting there any longer, so if there is one, someone please, let me know. But there's no mid-credits one, I know that for a fact. So, yeah, if you haven't seen this film, or if you've become a bit fatigued with the Marvel side of superhero films, this is definitely a breath of fresh air. Just, it's very different to what has come before in terms of live action superhero films. So, yeah, highly recommend it, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.